Feels like we've been talking about it for a while, getting ready for a game week finally being here. Just talk about your excitement level, the team's excitement level, just getting ready to roll.
Oh, yes, sir. We're very excited for the opportunity just to get on the field and play in front of the fans. You know, it's big. You see the fans lining up outside, sleeping in tents. As you're going by the class, and you just say, wow, it's really here. So we couldn't be more excited for it. We just excited for the opportunity to play in front of this great fan base that we call our family.
Can you talk about the optimism level around Haynes taking over at quarterback and what he can do for this offense?
You know, I haven't really, I don't believe Coach Fisher has said who is the quarterback is, so I'm just going to leave that up to Coach Fisher when y'all have that conversation with him. You know, all three guys have been great, and this competition has been great, and they bring the best out of each other every day. And, you know, as an offensive lineman, that's all you can ask for, because we know whoever gets back there, they're going to be the guy, and that's the guy we can depend on. And we just got to do our job of protecting them.
Front right from Travis Brown from the Eagle.
What have you seen so far from Matthew Wyckoff, and is he a guy that can compete and battle for that starting role at center?
They are competing right now, both of them. Him and Bryce, they're making each other better and better every day. And, you know, Matthew Wyckoff is just a guy that's a grinder. He just experiences a lot of things, and he just takes up on that and just keep grinding every day. You know, even if he has a bad play or something affects him, he just shakes it off and he gets back to the next play. And that's what you love to see out of a healthy competition.
All right, we're going to go back to TV row. We'll start with Tyler on the left, and then we'll go to Justin on the right.
How do you guys avoid being, I guess maybe not complacent or just overlooking a team like Sam Houston and, you know, making sure you're on top of your game week one?
Well, we never will overlook a team like Sam Houston because they're a great team. As you can see, they only really lost like 2 games. They're a great team. That's all I can say. There's no disrespect to them at all. Every team we play is not going to be no disrespect to them at all. That's what comes with maturity and that mindset that we need to have. That's how we can have a national championship team if we always carry that mindset. They're a great team. I know they're going to come here and look at us as an opportunity to start their season off well. So our job is not to let that happen. So we have to put the respect for them and do our job this week leading up to the game so we can already have everything ready to go.
Stay on TV row. We'll go to Justin from KAGS.
Hey, Layden, continuity-wise with Coach mixing and matching, you know, you guys up front through fall camp, how anxious are you to see kind of how it all comes together in week one? I know the right side's set with you and Ruben, but, you know, changes on the left. I mean, how anxious do you see you guys up 5 come together on game one?
I see it as best. I see it as best as the coaches see it. You know, whoever they put up there is their best 5. That's how we're going to roll, and we're going to support we're going to support each other, and we're just going to rock out that way and just take the field. Like as Coach Adagio say, storm Normandy together. So that's what we're going to do. Whoever is the 5 up there, that's going to be our 5, and we're going to rock and we're going to roll, and we're going to get the season starting off well.
Left side in the purple, Robert Cessna from the Eagle.
So going into the season, what is your main concern or concerns for the offensive line?
I really don't have any main concerns or crazy things. We just have to do our job. That's just what it all comes down to at the end of the day. If we do our job and if we win our space and if we do what we're supposed to do, there's no concerns. We could compete with the best of them, no doubt in my mind. We just got to focus on the little things and do what we came here to do.
Go to front right to Brenton Zwermer from the Houston Chronicle, and then Ben, and then Olin.
Layden, how do you feel like this offense will be better than last year? And I would assume that starts at quarterback, but how overall in terms of improved numbers and just better efficiency overall?
I feel like we do have improving numbers. We have a lot of people here now, and it's bringing a lot of competition in all spots and all positions. But we just have to see. You know, we don't know. I could sit here and say it all day, but we just have to see from the production level that we have from our offense this season, which could be very high. We just got to focus and just do the things we have to do.
Back row, Ben Peck from the KAGS.
Kind of piggybacking off of Justin's question, just what, in your experience in previous seasons, what's the most important part of going from mixing and matching during practice and fall camp to once you get out there and you get that continuity of the 5 on the line, just what's the most important part of that process becoming a unit on the field?
the most important process is really simple. Is just putting the trust in that next man beside you that they'll get their job done, and also trusting yourself, which is the most important. To trust yourself that you will get your job done, and that's because we all have an individual responsibility, and that's just to get our job done to the best of our ability every play. And if we have a mess up, just shake it off and go to the next play, and that you could trust that man beside you, and also you could pull him up at the same time. And, hey, let's go to the next play and let's roll.
Let's go to the middle to Olin Buchanan from Texags.
Over here, Layden. I assume that you think that this offensive line can be as good or better than it was a year ago. So if that's the case, why, in your mind, can y'all be as good or better? And after that, I wanted to ask if you saw that Desmond Howard picked A&M to win the national championship, and if so, what would your reaction to that be?
Okay, so I'm going to say for the first question, I'm going to say, I feel like we could be a great line because of that dedication that we have to be good every day, and just our focus in general. But sometimes, we just can't focus on that. We just got to do the best of our ability to do the position that we're in right now, which is making sure we get our experience on the line, making sure that we get everybody ready to go and not worry about too far ahead and just focus on where we're at now. And with the second question, I believe that is great, but that's just talk right now. We have to put the production in. If we're just listening and not doing the production, what's it for? So we just need to have the production and just don't worry about that and just stick with the plan and just keep going, taking it week by week until we get there.
Let's go to the left side to Zach Taylor from Bryan Broadcasting.
Layden, we got to talk to you a little bit last year, but here coming into this season, you've been out front and center on a lot of things. SEC Media Days, coming in and talking to us. So is that a role that you kind of feel natural in, or is that something you've had to embrace? And how has that, if anything, affected how you're playing on the field or how you lead on the field?
I had to get into it. It just didn't come natural at first because this is new to me. But I could just say I took it as just a great opportunity and to represent our university and to represent our offensive line and our culture and just what we bring and what this team could bring to the table. That's what I've took it upon, and my feel on the play is it really just hasn't really changed in a big necessary way. I feel like I just come to practice every day wanting to work and trying to help the team as best as possible as I can. Nothing's really changed. It's the same every day,
All right, we'll wrap it up by going back to Tyler on TV row.
Layden, do season openers have any different kind of energy or feel to them? And have you thought about, this might be my last season opener at Kyle Field?
Oh, no. I haven't thought about that. I was just thinking about this season. That's all I'm thinking about. That's my job, and that's a responsibility to this university. I would not disrespect our coaches or our players or this university, any type of way of thinking about that. I'm focused on this season and our players and our guys and making sure that we are the best that we can be this season. And there's always a different feeling when you go out there for the first game because, you see the fans lining up like I mentioned earlier. And it's just that energy is football is back. You see it on TVs, all the theme songs that is back in town. So now when you actually hit the stadium, you just see the crowd after months and months of waiting. It's a different feeling. It's like, wow, I'm finally back where I belong. That's what that feeling is like.
All right, you're all done. Thanks.
Thank y'all. Have a blessed day.